So, who else out there kickstarted that Truforce Collectibles Mega Man X figure? I got them in the mail today, and I ordered, I had ordered 2 of them, and then bought a third. So the Kickstarter series had 3 different styles you could have, and I elected to get the original figure, Designer Series X, and it does open up so you can see it, which is nice because this one's staying in the packaging. I have not checked what these retail for, but they are really, really nice figures. They remind me a lot of the Van Presto figures for like Mega Man 8, but on a much higher quality scale. And you can see they come with his little X-Buster shot. And his X-Buster is interchangeable, and so are his hands, and they have these little pieces that go on his back. And then an expression, which is an angry expression, which is kind of like the favorite bonus. So the chest equipment is die cast. Ultra compact fuel tank and a device that stores solar energy to generate power are stored here. The X-Buster, a weapon that converts solar energy into a high output beam. It can be reloaded almost infinitely, and the beam can be recharged to increase its power. Interesting, they're saying it's solar energy. Reactive armored skeleton. The powerful internal frame structure reduces all damage by 93%. That is not my experience with the game, but this is the this is like a, I forgot the story behind this. Truforce Collectibles is proud to bring Mega Man fans around the world an all-new action figure of X unlike any before it. Developed by one of Capcom's talented artists, this unique version of X features die-cast armor, LED functionality, and the X-Buster with red LED, swappable face and hand parts, customizable effects parts, and over 30 points of articulation to help you recreate all of X's iconic poses. And from the pictures I've been seeing online of this guy, he is really fun to pose. I'm going to open the gold one, I think, because I'll tell you that in a minute. Comes with a base support stand as well, which you can't see in the thing. But there's designer notes in here. Hello, my name is Mizuno, and I was in charge of the design for this Mega Man X project. I approached this project as a fan of the series and wanted to develop my ideal Mega Man, with the hope that other fans could relate and in turn develop their own ideas of what their ideal Mega Man would entail. While in the design process, I decided to try and keep the overall Mega Man X silhouette intact, while subtly arranging various parts and joints. My hope is that Mega Man fans can enjoy this figure while creating their very own Mega Man universe. So this Mega Man never appeared in the game, and yet, or a game, I should say, and yet was fully kickstarted just because of how cool it is, and because it's Mega Man, and because, you know, Mega Man fans have nothing to spend their money on in the game world, so we're buying all of the figures that come out. Packaging is A+. You can even see this little sheen of a Mega Man on here. Classic logo, stuff on the back. 15 and up, it says. And yeah, the Capcom logo's on there. And it says TruforceToy.com is their website. But the website's it's still kind of a placeholder as of the making of this video. So this is the backer only version. And you can tell that, I mean, the difference between the two. I like this packaging better, just because, like, what is this? But all the poses of it on the back. So it's this silver and orange kind of deal. Let me show it to you. There's a little bit of magnet there to hold it. That's nice. So the packaging is just really, really well done. Okay. Specification: head is equipped with broad-range eye camera, ultra-sensitive voice recognition system. Chest is equipped with cumulative energy generator, microfusion fuel tank, central joint controlling system, and arms are equipped with X-Buster energy amplifier and variable weapon system. Legs are equipped with gyroscopic stabilization system. Emergency acceleration system is optional. The shot in here is blue. You can see that on the back. It also has LEDs. And interesting that there's not a whole lot of other specifications on here. Nice that the whole packaging is a little bit more muted than this one, I guess. It still has that nice sheen character on it though, on both sides. But there's no, just says color variant on it. It should have some kind of backer only thing on it, but I'm not seeing that because they said it was only available to the backers, but we'll see. You never know what an early company like this will do. Yeah. So just a really nice, I mean that's really cool. It wasn't too much more in the Kickstarter. So then they, for the New York Comic Con, they did this guy. And that was an exclusive. It's called X-Kai. So he's like the evil version of Mega Man, supposedly. And my box ended up a little bit dinged. They sent me a new box, but essentially I can't keep it sealed in mint condition. So I'm going to open it. Let's see what it says first, though. This concept came from the episode listed in Mega Man X Official Complete Works. There were originally 4 characters in the X Hunters, however one character had to be cut out due to ROM capacity. Still amazes me that Capcom did not bring out a villain that looks exactly like Mega Man X. His armor crest has also been switched to Sigma. Oh, that's cool. I didn't even notice that. Leader of the X Hunters. Long ago, when Dr. Wily stole Mega Man's blueprint from Dr. Light, a prototype was built. However, with the development of Zero moving forward, this prototype was discarded and forgotten. During the formation of the X Hunters, the robot was discovered and completed by a mysterious man. Convenient. Unlike the original blueprint, it was given much higher specs than that of Mega Man X, using state-of-the-art technology. At this time, it is assumed there will be no armor evolution as seen in Mega Man X. So the thing sealing it is this little tiny sticker on it, and there's a lot of nice shots of it on the back. So let's see what getting into this thing looks like. Unboxing time. Okay, so slides out pretty easily. There's this whole bunch of tape on it. This is the base, and supposedly is the instructions for the figure. And the figure has a nice little shell, which doesn't want to come off. What's the deal here? Oh, there it goes. Oh, it's kind of, okay, I see. There's little pops that kind of pop off here, which isn't helpful for keeping everything in the container while you're trying to open it. And for some reason this one has a plastic coating over it. Like, one of the hands fell out. And one of those little... I didn't see where that went. That'll be fun to find. Okay. Oh, here it is. This little piece here that attaches to his back fell out. So, let's look at this guy. He's wrapped in plastic inside the plastic mold. Whew. That is nice. So he's got this plastic stuff around his midsection. Do these parts come off or something? I don't know, maybe they just have it there so that the die cast parts don't scratch the figure, because it just kind of pulls right off. That's probably, I'm going to assume that's what it is. It's around the legs too, and the feet. I should have my wife to do this. She loves to take plastic lining off of electronics and stuff. Like when you get a new phone and you have to tear off that plastic piece, that's pretty satisfying. She finds it really satisfying. Not sure why. So these die-cast parts, man, are they slick. This is so cool. Oh, wow. I'm going to have to show my kids this. Wow, the arm has like a double articulation in the joint. Oh man, this is way cooler than I thought it would be. And oh my gosh. Okay. Check that out. This kind of just lifts up for oh, that is slick. For posing and stuff. His head is even articulated. That'll be good stop motion. Okay. This is really cool. Okay, so how do these things work? If I wanted to add these on, this is the way you don't want to do it because I haven't read the directions yet. Okay, so this kind of just pops off somehow. So I won't be doing that. So just the feel of this figure is incredible because, I mean, it feels like Mega Man armor because it's die-cast metal. That is just sweet. And it's just the front portions, like this part, that's metal. This little part here, and yeah. And then his chest. And those are the three parts. Okay. This is the other part I want to see. Is the Mega Buster. And, I wonder how one would turn it on. See, that's why you need to read the directions. I want to see the shot. This is pretty cool. So does it actually... Oh, that's neat. Okay, and it actually has a place where it can slide on to the X-Buster. And then this would be the regular shot, and then these all three combined would be the Mega Buster shot kind of deal. Oh wow. Yeah, I mean this is a cool toy. Just how it's weighted and how all the articulation comes together. There's all this little writing on it too. Propellant inside. Beware of blast on the back. Beware of blast off the thrusters too. I cannot read that on his head. Caution? That's really tiny. His arms say caution. Hot fire. Counter Hunter. With the Sigma logo on it. Whew, that is tiny writing. That is a really cool figure though. Man, that is something else. I am loving this. His head does turn, okay. I really like these bits here. I don't know why that geeks me out so much. Probably because I've dealt with the Band Presto ones for so long, or the Bandai ones for so long. The Bandai ones, they just fall off. Auto balancer inside. This is totally, I mean, it really does look like a prototype figure. Especially with all the writing on it, that's cool. Oh man. I kind of want to open the other ones now just because they're so cool. I mean, if you guys are wondering about the price tag here on these, this was like $100. Wow. These are totally worth it. As a figure collector, I haven't seen... Oh, get out of town. Okay. Watch this, you guys. Oh my gosh. That comes up so you can pose him in a way I've never seen before. Are you okay? That's just ridiculous. Oh wow, okay. Wow, this is really something else. I've never seen a joint like that, and it just works so flawlessly. Okay, now I want to go pose this thing. Oh, look at the bottom of that. That is like... Okay, I'm totally geeking out here. This figure is really good. Oh, snap. Look at that torso manipulation there. Oh, man. Oh, I'm going to have some fun with this one. This is really nice. Woohoo! Oh, wow. Okay. I've got some reading to do in the manual, but wow, Truforce Collectibles. That is an amazing figure. I can't wait to see what you guys do next. Definitely following you guys. That is the best figure I may have. In terms of articulation, posability, and just the coolness factor. It is just wow. Wow! Alright. Thanks for watching. Okay, there was a lot more geeking out after I shut the camera off about this X-Kai guy. I wanted to show you, these are about the best directions I've seen on a figure, or really much of anything I need directions for these days. Most of it's color, but it's very, very detailed pictures. Pictures are amazing. You can see everything you need to do, and especially this part where it's telling you how to put the batteries in the Mega Buster. It's not the easiest thing, and it's important that you don't screw it up. So they did a really good job of making sure that any idiot could do it, and I'm happy about that. It says that incorrect X-Buster assembly will lead to damage of the battery box, which is kind of scary. When closing the X-Buster, make sure the small pin inside the red circle closes on top of the battery box. That's a hard thing to figure out and do, but I did get it working. The other thing, I wanted to show you guys how easy it is to pop this off. So his helmet comes off. Just, whoop. I can't get the Mega Buster on very well. His helmet comes off really easily, slides off really nicely, and then the interchangeable part here just comes right off and has a little peg to go right back on. That's pretty standard. But with the helmet there, it makes it a little bit more complicated, and it still looks super nice. The hand pops right off. I changed the hand out, you can see there. But putting it back on was a little difficult. And I wanted to show you these parts back here. You kind of have to get your fingernail under the original part and we put that right back on. Let's see one. And they kind of go on with this. Whoops. Nope, I had the right piece the first time. They go on with a really satisfying click, but you kind of have to get your fingernail under it to pop it off, which is not an issue, really. And these parts are way cooler anyway for the boosting. As you can see, that's the little peg where the Mega Buster goes on, and it was pretty tough getting the hand off, and it doesn't really want to stay on there all that nicely. There's no real satisfying click here, and I don't want to mess with it too much. It just kind of comes off and comes on really easily, and because it has a big load to put on, which I'm going to do that now, and we'll read about how stable it's going to be, but it shows you how to assemble the Buster shot here in the middle, and this little conical piece comes out of this part, and there's just like a little shaped peg, and that comes right out, and then you add this clear peg in to that piece, so you can add this Super Buster piece onto that piece, And then this piece, yeah, kind of just holds on over that one. So putting this on might be a little interesting, but okay, not too bad. Okay, so that's him holding the whole shot. You definitely need claws, because this gets definitely, I don't know, I keep saying definitely. This really gets heavy. So on the base they gave you these little claws to hold everything up. And here's the base. Just kind of a easy, simplistic, stay out of the way base. And let's turn it on. Let's see if I can turn it on with, see, with everything on it, it's so heavy. So I'm going to have it on before, and there it is on. Which is a really cool effect. Come on. Okay, so then the whole thing goes together like so. And you can see that the coloring really only goes through to about the second part. After this doesn't get lit up very well. When I saw if it would extend a little bit into the end here with the lights off, and it does, but it's not, you know, it's not a big glowing giant ball of Mega Buster shot like you kind of want it to be. But that's kind of splitting hairs in my opinion. Just having the shot there is really nice. Wow, that is a cool figure. There was talk about lighting this helmet piece up, but to get batteries in there would be really tough. In order to shut off this, you just tilt this gold part right here, and it's different on every figure, but it's just the surrounding ring. Wow, this is a really neat toy. And I'm not really sure you could really call it a toy. It's more like a, well, if there ever was an action figure, I suppose this would be it. Just the sheer amount of posability here. His angry face in action looks more like a scared face to me. Like he's being blown out of the water or something. But I suppose if he... See, and this is going to be tough to do. This is always something you see X do, is kind of hold his Buster, and it's kind of hard to get him in that pose because the hands don't want to come together all that well. But yeah, you can kind of do it. That was really hard to do with the Bandai figure. Oh, there we go. I just had to angle it a little bit. So there you can hold his... There's a standard pose. Yes! I'm going to have some fun putting this one up on a shelf. That'll be good. Good job. That is an excellent figure. I'm very pleased. Thank you very much. Truforce Collectibles. Go buy that figure. It's awesome.